48-year-old Amy Coney Barrett was confirmed to the Supreme Court late Monday by a deeply divided Senate, Republicans overpowering Democrats to install President Donald Trump's nominee just days before the election and secure a likely conservative court majority for years to come. Trump's choice to fill the vacancy of the late liberal icon Ruth Bader Ginsburg potentially opens up a new era of rulings on abortion, the Affordable Care Act, and even his own election. Democrats were unable to stop the outcome, Trump's third justice on the court, as Republicans race to reshape the judiciary. Joining us now from Simpsonville, South Carolina, is Dr. Tony Foster. Dr. Foster, this vote was 52 to 48, the closest high court confirmation ever on a presidential election. This is really close to the November 3rd election, and a lot of conversation surrounded it. Share some feedback.
Well, I'm so excited that Judge Amy Coney Barrett is now a U.S. Supreme Court Justice. It was a very strenuous hearings, but I'm glad that the vote came down on Monday, 52 to 48. Democrats had vowed that they would not confirm this justice for many reasons, one being the abortion issue, the other reason being the affordable health care. But I am so glad this nomination pick was selected, and she promised that she would adhere to the Constitution. She is an originalist of the Constitution of the United States.
These proceedings, Dr. Foster, the COVID-19 crisis has overshadowed many spaces, especially during this election cycle. Vice President Mike Pence, on Monday, they didn't find it necessary for him to lend his vote. What's your response to that?
Well, I don't think it was necessary. He did say that if he needed to come in, the vice president said if he needed to come in and cast his vote, he would. But I think it was clear. The only Republican was Susan Collins from Maine. She said she didn't think it was nothing against Amy Coney Barrett, but she just didn't think it was fair that we would do it during an election season. And I just think the Democrats are going to always fight against liberals and conservatives coming on the court. And so I think this is great for the United States. I think it's great for conservatives and Christians, because I believe the abortion issue will really be dealt with this Supreme Court justice.
Was this the right decision, the right pressure to put on this type of decision in the midst of a major historical election that already has so much attention on it?
I think so, because I think when you look at the times that we are living in, and you look at the times that even though it's a presidential election, the court had to be filled. I think the president was doing his job to fill this seat, because the court represents the United States people and the people of America. So I think this was a great decision. In times of crisis, leaders have to lead, and I believe President Donald Trump is leading very well.
Is there going to be backlash from this, Dr. Foster? Is this something that the people are content about, or is there going to be backlash, especially with the election coming up in just a few days?
I think it's really been politicized, because I think in 2016, when President Barack Obama wanted to put a federal judge on the bench, the Democrats had no problem with it being in an election season. I just think it's been politicized. I think when you deal with this whole issue of the justices being progressive or conservative, we're going to always have this debate. But I think the president made a great decision in doing this.
Dr. Foster, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely, Nietzsche. Thank you.